Hi, everybody, and welcome to our first podcast. Welcome to Talking Talayotic. And for the first podcast, we have somebody really special, an old friend of mine. He's a juggler, he's a mentalist, he's an hypnotist, he's a musician. He won 7 Guinness World Records. Last year, with most balanced glasses over a stick in his mouth in 1 minute. He just released his first novel, El Fantasma de Japón, Japan's Ghost. And I want to welcome to you all Marcos Ruiz. Marcos, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine. How are you, Joan?
I'm really good. I'm really excited to have you here. It's an honor to be able to talk with you.
Again?
Yeah, again. Absolutely. Again, we haven't talked for a while now. And the truth is that we know each other because we kind of work in the same hotel, right?
Yes, in
Yes,
Menorca. Yeah,
in Menorca.
last 2 years ago now. Wow.
2 years ago. Yeah, a lot of changes from then. A lot of
Wow.
changes. Damn. But yeah, I mean, today we're going just to have a little bit of fun. We're going to talk openly, talk free. There's no problems. I mean, we can maybe have a little bit of trouble because we are both Spanish, and sometimes maybe some Spanish word can be like in between. But
So I have an extra problem because I'm from the south of Spain. So
yeah, that's true actually.
it's an extra problem with English.
Yeah, but I just want to congratulate you for your last Guinness World Record that you just
Thank
won.
you.
We're going to talk about that soon. But let's just start with this, the first section. I want you to talk a little bit about you, about how did all of this started from your childhood. In what moment did everything start?
Wow. Well, I guess when I was 12 years old, I started with juggling. At the beginning was easy. I just was with my mom in a shop, and I saw some balls of jugglings, and I said, "Oh, mom, can you buy me please this?" Why? No, because I want to learn. And that was the beginning, just like that, with juggling balls. And when I was 14 years old, I guess I started with magic, and little by little, I discovered new things like balance, acrobatics. I started to dance break dance when I was young. And little by little, start with these things. And when I was 21, I got my first big job with circus.
Circus.
Yeah.
And it's true. I mean, you've been studying in circus school in Carampa. This is in Madrid, and the circus space in London. How was that? How did you go into that?
Well, the school in Madrid was fun because it's a, how I can say, it's a school for beginners, so we can learn everything about circus. We can start for the beginning about with juggling, with balance, acrobatics, different things, different categories about circus. And in London was I can say more. It's not a preparatory school. It's an advanced school of circus. So the level was really high, and I can say, wow, what was interesting. So the level was high, so this was more difficult. But
Of
what
course.
anyway was fun.
Yeah, I bet it was fun. I mean, being in another country because you were in London, studying what you liked. I mean, I just think I just can think like that was an amazing experience, and I bet it was. How was living in London?
In London. Well, sorry, London people. I don't like London.
Well, we are already losing subscribers here.
Yeah, as a Spaniard, London is very expensive. You know, it's difficult to move around the city because it's expensive in the tube all the time. It's a nice city, anyways.
Yeah.
But well, you can meet a lot of people because London is a very multicultural city, and you can meet with people from everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
But no,
For sure.
anyways, it was good. After London, I moved to Toulouse in France, and
Ooh, France.
I spent few months, maybe 5 months in France, in Toulouse. There are another different school of
Mhm.
circus. Yeah, it's interesting the contrast with the school in Madrid, London, and Toulouse, the different ways to work.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. But Toulouse, I mean, that's a big change. But why did you get into juggling? Because I mean, I tried, and I honestly have to say, you tried to teach me to juggle 5 balls. That was 2 years ago. I still cannot do it. I mean, you give me 3 balls, I'm okay with it. Give me 5, and I will lose my mind. Honestly, I mean, I can't. So I've been juggling too when I was a little kid, and like the same as you, like, can you buy these a couple of balls and just try it and this. But I don't know, I never got a lot into it. So what was your reason to get into it? Like, did you have an inspiration from somebody else, or just how?
Well, if you want to start anything, in this case juggling or just play the guitar, magic, if you really want, if you really like, I think it's really easy because you can spend a lot of hours and hours and hours training, and it's coming. Just it's coming. You just try. But if you want to just to try because yeah, I don't like, but yeah, I can try. So you
Hmm.
can do not do it.
Yeah,
But if you really love your job,
yeah,
it's
of
coming.
course.
It's just coming. And about inspiration, when I was around 14, there a magician, American magician, David Blaine,
Oh yeah.
and oh yeah, he's my yeah, he's my inspiration.
Mm.
He's a magician, but he do a lot of stunts,
Hmm.
and I really love his stunts and his way, his how he can do magic and different things. I can say, oh, in fact, this is a poster of David Blaine, original one,
Oh,
behind
oh,
me.
damn.
Yeah.
That's a nice one. Yeah.
um, and yeah, for me, David Blaine is my inspiration.
That's really nice. And about, you talked about when you like someone, something, some kind of job.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I'm into the basket world, the physics world, and now I'm getting into the podcast. And I think the same thing as you. When you like something, and when you actually love it, you don't care about how many time you spend in it. You don't care about how many things you lose about the rest of the world. You just want to put the time into it because you just enjoy it. And I think
Yeah.
that's the same that happened to you. Like, you could be like hours and hours and hours and hours, and you never got tired of it.
Yeah, there are. I guess it was Will Smith. He said a really nice phrase. He said, "The talent is innate. Everybody can have a talent, but the ability is only available with hours and hours and hours of
Yeah,
training."
hard
And
work.
yeah, of course, just with
Yeah.
hard work. For me, if I play basketball, well, I won 64, 69, so it's not possible for me. But yeah, probably if I try just to play basketball, I'm not good in basketball because I don't really like.
Yeah, I mean, of course, and it's true. Like, yeah, I mean, talent can bring you somewhere, but uh, I mean, hard work will bring you even further than that. And I think this is a message that a lot of people is missing in their lives,
Mhm.
and that's the reason why a little bit this podcast is to discover people like you, people who push the time, push the effort, and succeed in that area, just because, not only because of talent, because
Mm.
obviously everybody has some talent inside, and that's a part that helps, but because of the hard work that you actually put on it. And
Yeah.
I mean, if I ask you how many, like, maybe parties you could miss, or how many uh things or like events you could miss just because you wanted to get better at that, there would be a lot.
Mhm.
I mean, that's something that happens. I mean, if you want to succeed, I think a message for the young generation. Should be like, if you want to actually do something, make a change, make a difference, succeed in something, you have to put work and hard work.
Yeah.
You have no time to just spend around. You have no time to Netflix and chill. You have to
Yeah.
put the work on that, and that's what brought you where you are now. I mean, 7 Guinness World Record. That's amazing, man. I mean,
Hmm.
that's amazing. I
I
would like you to explain a little bit about everything like that. Yeah.
I think it's very important to be obsessed
Mm,
with the thing you want to get.
yeah.
Obsessed is a word that sound bad, but I think it's necessary.
Yeah.
It's necessary
Absolutely.
to
I
obsess
absolutely
in
agree
your
on that.
job.
I absolutely agree on that. I mean, yeah, you have to. The thing is not that you should be obsessed. You have to be obsessed if you want to achieve something. And
Yeah.
yeah, as you say, it's a big word. It sounds like a bad word, but it's not. It
No,
is.
it's
I mean,
not.
it depends on where you put it, of course.
Yeah.
Depends if you. But being obsessed with wanting to do something, into wanting to achieve something, and that's really important. So that's what brought you there, like having 7 Guinness World Records. And I would like you to explain me a little bit about each one of them, if you can, and how that does that happen.
Well, I do a lot of different things like juggling, magic. These things are arts.
Mm-hmm.
So in arts, we have no prizes. They are
Mm-hmm.
not Olympics of jugglings.
Of course.
So we cannot know who is the best juggler, who is the best magician, who is the best. We cannot. So 5 years ago, I was thinking, well, exists the Guinness World Record.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm not the best juggler, but if I have the record of these things, maybe it's like a certificate of, well, I'm good in this.
Yeah. Actually, you will be the best in that. That's why you have the record.
It's
I
the
mean,
kind it's
the
the
best
kind
in
of
that.
prizes for me.
Yeah.
So
Which one was the first one?
the first one was juggling with 3 hats.
Okay.
I try to do juggling with hats. When you do juggling with hats, every single hat put in your head, this count like 1.
All right.
So the record was how many hats can put in your head with 3 hats in 1 minute.
And do you remember which one was the old record?
Maybe 10 hats less.
Okay, so how many did you do?
Maybe around 64, I guess.
What? 64 in 1 minute?
In 1 minute. So in
damn.
in 4 seconds, I did speeder.
Jesus Christ. I mean, sometimes it takes to me like 30 minutes to just decide which shoes do I have to wear, and you can put like 60 hats in 1 minute over your head. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. And was it in Spain that you like performed?
That record? You
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, was in Spain, the first one.
Nice.
The first one was in Spain. I have a record in different, because my job, I traveling all the time.
Yeah.
So some of my records are in Japan or in Menorca. I have one record in Menorca.
Really? Which
in
one?
Your island. Is longest time doing juggling with 3 objects in a I can say
in the balance table.
Yeah.
Like the one that you have the 2 feet on, and you have like a roller under that you have to balance there.
Exactly.
Oh, I actually saw you doing that in the hotel actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were performing that in with your show. Like we're going to talk about it.
Exactly.
But
so
you have the record of it.
Yeah.
How much time?
What? 18 minutes.
18 minutes.
18 minutes juggling with 3 objects in this balance.
That's a lot. Balance. Now the question is always like, okay, it's really good. You have like these records, but how much time did you put on it?
Well, I calculate when I propose the record, is I need about 3 to 6 months practice. So I spend 3 to 6 months practice and practice and practice for the record that I propose.
Repetition over repetition over
All the
repetition.
time.
Hours and hours and hours.
But the most difficult part of the records is to the paperwork with Guinness.
Really?
It's absolutely horrible because
Really?
you need to write a lot of papers to Guinness to prepare. You need two people to record the record, 2 people just to chronomate the record.
Wow.
And you need finally you are the record man, but you need 6 people.
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, that's crazy.
And this is one difficult thing, because when I try to beat a new record, so I need 6 extra people. So this, for me, I can stay practice this recording this record during hours and hours, but I have 6 people waiting for me. So, okay, Marcos, you need to beat this record now.
Yeah.
Because these people have life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That adds a little bit of pressure or pressure over that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
So now we have, like, you have one of juggling 3 objects, the maximum time juggling 3 objects on a balance board. You have the 3 hats juggling most hats on your head in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You also have the Guinness World Record of faster wristwatch stealer, or something like that. That one is crazy. I really want to learn that.
Yeah, this is a category of magic. This calling just pickpocket. It's a category of magic, and consists to take off different objects from people from the audience. So the most typical one is the take off the wallet. With the wallet, sorry, the watch.
The watch, yeah.
The read watch. And yeah, the record was 10 to take off, to remove 10 watch in less time. How can I say? In menos tiempo.
Yeah, in less time, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't remember. Maybe it was only 70, around 20 seconds. Was
around 20 seconds to steal 10 watches.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. 20 seconds. That's oof.
Was really fun.
I bet.
Yeah. Oh, so now I have a collection of watches.
Yeah, I was about to ask, did you use that skill in the real world?
I guess it's illegal to tell you.
That'll be something. You're going on the train, suddenly you want to watch your time, and it's like, oh, where did my watch go?
Yeah, when I was in the tube, I can hear all the time, where is my wallet? Yeah.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me. But yeah, let's talk about your last record that you actually won last year and is published this year in the Guinness World Record book. Explain us a little bit about it, because I understand that is the most balanced glass on a mouth stick in 1 minute.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Was to throw a wine glass to receive in the mouth stick in 1 minute.
Throw them.
Throw how many times I can throw the glass. Damn. And capture in my mouth stick. And was 19, I guess, because 19. Every time I don't know where is my real records, because for example there are a lot of different numbers of record. I mean, when I wrote to Guinness World, he said, okay, the record is maybe 10 lances, for example, and I beat the record in maybe 20. But finally, the record was 19 because Guinness say, okay, there are two or three lances that we cannot count.
Okay.
So finally, my record was 20, 19. I don't know.
Okay, but they took off a couple of them because, like, well, maybe they had the reasons. But I mean, actually, for all of you that can be listening or seeing this in YouTube, I will leave the links, Marco's links, down below. If you are listening this in Spotify, you will have to go to YouTube to have the links, and there you will find Marco's website, where you can have some pictures and videos about it, and you will also have his Instagram, where you can see actually all of these things and all of these skills that he has, because it's just amazing, just amazing.
Actually, I'm preparing now a new video for
Really?
is a recopilation. I say in English.
Recopilation,
Yeah, recopilation of my different Guinness record and TV appearance.
Damn, I mean, yeah, through that you have been on TV in a couple of programs actually, and if I don't remember wrong, you were in the Santi Millán. There's a Spanish actor and
Yeah.
also a presenter, a host, called Adivina qué hago esta noche, like
Yeah.
guess what I'm doing this night. How was that experience?
We recorded this TV show maybe a week after the quarantine.
A week after the quarantine.
Yeah, so we finished
this year.
Yeah, this year. So we finished everybody spent 2 months inside their homes, and a week after that, I go to Madrid and recorded the show.
Damn.
And was was really fun, but was difficult to stay all the time with the face mask.
Yeah.
And you cannot, you don't want to touch nobody.
Yeah.
But the experience in the show was really good. Was an amazing show.
I bet. I mean, a part of Santi Millán, there were other people. I think Eva H was there too.
Yeah, was Santi Millán, Eva H, it's a comedy girl, and Melanie Olivares.
Okay,
she's
an actress.
Yeah, she was in Aida.
Okay, yeah, in Aida. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I mean, for those of you who doesn't know them, they are Spanish actors and actresses. Quite famous actually. So I mean, meeting them, I suppose that meeting them was crazy. I mean, because I saw some picture with them actually.
Well, I never.
You didn't meet them physically, I suppose.
Exactly, because you go to the I can say TV stands.
Yeah.
Scenario. And just one time practice, just with the cameraman, with the director of the TV show.
Yeah.
And after 2 hours, the TV show starts. So I can never meet the presenter.
Of course. Yeah, and especially in the situation that it is this year.
Yeah. I guess it was because the situation of the virus.
Yeah.
Because few years ago, I was in another different TV show called the Spain Got Talent. But with the old name was Tienes Talento.
Tienes Talento. Yeah. The old Spanish Got Talent. That's true.
Yeah. I think was the same TV show, but just changed the name. In that TV show, I can meet with the different presentators.
Presentators. Yeah. So, I mean, because I saw a picture with Risto Mejide.
Yeah, with Risto.
With who else?
Christian Galvez.
Christian Galvez.
Nuria Roca. Yeah.
Oof. I mean, they are big Spanish celebrities, to say like this. So, I mean, yeah. Okay, let's go back a moment in time, because now we are talking about 2020. And you actually, in 2009, you started to work in a theme park called Supain Mura in Japan. So, how come did you land in Japan? What happened? Why Japan?
Why Japan? Well, in Japan, this theme park is quite famous between the jugglers
Yeah.
in Spain, jugglers.
Mm.
I don't know, el tema del parque, the theme,
The park's theme.
topic, the
Yeah.
park, yeah, the
Oh
topic
yeah, the park's topic. Yeah.
is Spain. It's our
Oh
culture.
really?
Yeah. So every single attraction is based in pasado, based
Based.
in
Yeah.
Spain.
Yeah. It's
In Spain.
based in Spain. Oh damn. That's the.
So,
Oh, I didn't know that
so,
part.
so every yeah, it's in Japan. every every years they take some Spanish artists and go to work in Japan during a year.
Okay, but you actually spent there 4 years.
4 years, yeah. I spent for a
Yeah.
year.
How was that being in Japan, living in Japan, working in that theme park? The experiences. I mean, working in theme work. We both worked in hotels, and we have stories to sell. I mean, we have a lot of stories. So I just imagine that in the theme park, it would be even bigger. I mean, it would be even more. So how was that?
Well, everybody say, and it's true, Japan is a different planet. Because you can stay maybe China or Cambodia, Vietnam is really different to Spain, but Japan is another world. It's
Whoa.
absolutely different. It's another planet. And in fact, this park was in a small village, so I was more inside the country.
Mhm.
Um, I um, I spent maybe the first 6 months just trying to learn the language, and yeah, finally the first months was difficult, but finally little by little you can understand some words. Um, and for me now is infinitely more easy to stay in Japan just because the language.
Really?
Yeah, it's much easy. You can understand mm, the Japanese people. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, for me the language is very important in Japan.
Hmm.
Of course, if you are a tourist, you can stay in Japan, spend 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
you can be fine. But with the language, you can understand really how
Of
is Japan
course. Of course. And how was working in the theme park?
in the theme park. Wow, was a new experience for me, obviously, and there are some bad things and good things. The good things is that you don't spend too many time working because your show is around 20 minutes, and after you have cabalgata,
Whoa.
parade.
Whoa.
It's a,
A
so
parade, yeah. A
you,
parade.
you have a parade. There are another 20 minutes, so you spend not too much time working, but this job is always in the peak hour with the sun maybe at
Mm.
12 o'clock or 2 o'clock. You need
Mm.
to do your performance under the sun, and actually with a bad costume, really hot
Yeah.
costume. So
I feel you on that. I know what that is. Yeah.
you know,
I know that from the whole day. It's true. Yeah. I mean, when you're working that time or that hours, with a costume that maybe is like not really good or really like you cannot breathe on it. Yeah, I can feel you on that part. That's crazy.
actually,
But
yeah.
did you like? I would like to know because I mean these things are interesting. Like, did you have any experience that you say like, oh, this was the craziest shit it ever happened to me?
Well,
Because they are Japanese. I mean, they are quite crazy. A lot of them. Oh, that's what I understand about
you
them
you mean in Japan or
in
just
Japan.
in
In
Japan?
Japan.
Well, in Japan was one day that I
Mhm.
start my show. I always start my show running to the stand
Mhm.
and start the show. And this day, I running and I go to the show, and in the center of the stand there was a chair with una silla, a chair,
Yeah, yeah, sure.
with a old man sleeping.
What?
Yes. And I start the show like everybody's looking at me and that guy. Because in Japan it's so common that you can sleep
Mm,
everywhere,
mm,
because yeah, they spend a lot of hours working and they get up really early in the
mm.
morning. um but yeah, this guy take his chair and he stay in the center of this.
Oh.
So uh, what I need to do, can I so yeah, I spent maybe the first 5 minutes with that guy there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. That, yeah, and then what? Like he just woke up a moment, just like, okay, thanks, and went away or something?
Exactly, just like that.
Really?
He get up, he say nothing and say, yeah, okay, bye bye. Enjoy the rest of your day in this park.
Jesus, I mean, that,
Yeah, it's horrible, but yeah, I guess it's normal because they spend a lot of hours
yeah,
working, and finally the theme park is for the children.
yeah,
So probably he come with the family, and the family is in another different attraction.
of
And
course.
when he started sleeping, there was nobody there.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he took the advantage. He saw an empty stage, and he took advantage of it.
Yeah.
I
Oh
mean
wow,
that.
there are good anecdote in there.
Okay, yeah, 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 yeah. That's the part. That's the part. Go into it.
There was a good anecdote that in our theme park or in Japan, people are really, really fan of everything. So we have our own fan. So always when I finish my show, I had like 10 different people, my fans, and he give me a
Really?
present, give me every day some chocolate, and they want a picture with me, and they
Damn.
really like everything. So every single artist in the park have his own group of fans.
The group of fans. Damn. I mean, how was that the first time? I mean, because maybe after 4 years you're used to it, but the first time that you like walk out of the stage after your first show and that suddenly happens, how do you feel?
Yeah, the first time was crazy because yeah, maybe you too in your hotel when you finish the show, probably one family with
Yeah,
a little guy come to you to take a picture with you. That
yeah,
could be normal.
yeah.
But the first time in Japan that you finish your show and come 4, 5, 10 people to give you a chocolate, a biscuit,
Wow.
something like this, and take a picture with you, and you can see the face like you are the best.
Yeah.
So wow, the first time was so crazy.
Yeah,
And
I bet.
finally, they become to be your friends after 4 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, of course. I mean, yeah. I mean, just I can just put myself in that situation. It's like, damn, that would be crazy. Because yeah, it's what you say. Like in the hotel, you can have your a couple of people, one family, maybe once in a month, and different situations. Yeah, but I mean, the first time in another country that's not your country, that
yeah,
you don't know anybody, and you finish your show, and a group of people is coming to you like that. Damn, the feeling must be like, that is what I got into this. I mean, not because of the people coming to me as fans, but because people appreciating my job,
yeah.
people enjoying my job. I mean, do you feel like artists, in at least in Spain, especially jugglers, magicians, all these kind of stuff, do you think they are undervaluated?
In Spain,
Yeah.
yes, I guess yes. Just because you can see. we was talking before about my favorite artist, David Blaine, and you can see that David Blaine start a show, a stunt.
Mm.
Okay, I try to do this trick, and he have a big audience, big crowd,
Mm.
and everybody is, wow, this is amazing, this David.
Yeah.
And you can see in the TV show, you can see in the newspaper, you can see. But in Spain, how many famous magician or, well,
Yeah.
few years ago we have a Juan Tamariz.
Yeah.
He's famous, but it's not David Copperfield. It's not
Nah.
David, because the, yeah, American people make biggest everything.
Yeah.
Um, in Japan, maybe they're not famous artists, but if people watch the show, they really enjoy the show. Yeah, you can see that the fans. So you can
Of
see
course.
in
Yeah.
Spain. Well, we have the art in Spain is not good, I guess.
That's a problem, especially when you have people with category like you. I mean, people who have 7 Guinness World Records, and you don't see, uh, let's say newspapers, let's say news, let's say TV. You don't see any communication program using it to say like this, using it like interviewing these people, like getting these people to know. When you see that, it's like, I
I
mean,
think
this person.
in your category is the same about the
Yeah,
sports,
yeah,
because
yeah.
it's
It
all the
is.
time soccer. And what
It
about
is.
the team of basketball or the team of swimming,
It is.
or in another category of
Yeah,
sport? Is the same.
absolutely. And in Spain, basketball is still a little bit is okay. Now I'm in Sweden, and it's different. It's completely different, and it's different. But the thing is, like, after as you spend that much time, that much effort, and that much everything, and maybe all you get is just like, okay, thanks for coming. Ah, that's it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
It must hurt because, I mean, yeah, I mean, you're seeing a person like juggling 3, 5, 6, wherever, how many balls you want over a balance board, and all, and it's like, yeah, okay, yeah. Because I think, and I must say, I think a lot of people think that people who are studying or studied or are working in circus, they think that they are like just clowns, you know, and they don't see actually the work and the art that it is behind it. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, it's a typical phrase that the audience only can see the result of hours of practice.
Mm,
So if you saw one guy playing 5 balls of juggling, you only see the result.
yeah,
Behind that, there are 5 balls. You can spend a year just practicing
yeah,
5 balls. Yeah. For example, in can we talking about the different kind of audience?
yeah.
For example, in Mexico,
Mm,
was really fun because when I was in Mexico in a festival, in my show I said, "Okay, everybody, give me a clap," and everybody start to clap. And for me, it
really?
was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, it's the first time that I say, give me a clap." Every time, everybody in the same time start to clap.
Clapping.
Yeah, because yeah, you can see in your hotel in Spain, or
Yeah,
you say, "Okay, clap, everybody, come on, clap," and
yeah. Maybe there's one person in the back row trying like, yeah, okay.
yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, that was. You could see all around the animator like trying to like, hey, come on, everybody, you know.
Yeah. For in the show in a hotel, animator team is very important because they
Yeah,
start to give me a clap. So the animator people start to clap and the
yeah,
audience continue.
yeah,
Or for example, in France, the audience is interesting because for French people, they start to watch your show and they never interrupt you with a clap, with nothing. So they are serious all the time during the show. And when you finish the show, everybody start to, "Whoa, was amazing!" Because for French people, it's like a respect.
Mm-hmm.
You are working, and when you finish, we start to clap.
Damn, that says a lot about the education they receive.
Yeah, but yeah, in some case it's good and it's not good,
Of
because
course.
as Spaniards, we are like in flamenco.
Yeah.
In the flamenco dance, you are during the show saying "Ole, come on, you guys."
Yeah.
So it's
Of
so
course.
weird for us
Yeah. It's
to
weird.
why my audience is not doing nothing.
Yeah. I suppose that happened to you. You were in France, working too, and I can just imagine like your first show, doing your first tricks and expecting somebody to clap and be like, and this did I
Yeah.
do something wrong? Did they don't like me? What's going on, and at the end of the show maybe it's everybody clapping like this is weird. Did that happen to you?
Yeah,
Like,
probably,
yeah,
probably, because yeah, in different countries is everything is different. In Japan, you can do the most basic thing, and they was like, wow. So you can say, okay, I have a car here. So everybody, wow. You can wait. Just wait for my show.
Yeah, that's how Japanese, yeah. Oh Jesus! But let's jump a little bit in time. That was more or less 2009 when we were talking Japan. We went a little bit far to Mexico, France, and all this. But let's go back to 2015 when you actually auditioned for Cirque du Soleil.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
was this was yeah 5 years ago now. My friend, he's a juggler from my city, from Cadiz. He juggled with football balls, and he said, "Oh, I'm because Cirque du Soleil is doing an audition, just one audition a year,
All right.
in a different country. Maybe 1 year in China,
Okay.
1 year in Europe, 1 year in America, and that
Hmm.
year was in France. So
All
in
right.
France. So my friends told me, "Oh, I go to France to try the Cirque du Soleil audition." At the beginning, I said, "Wow, Cirque du Soleil is the top. I
Yeah.
don't gonna go. Okay, good luck, mate." So, but I don't know why. I go to the Cirque du Soleil page, okay, to the audition, and after 10 minutes, I call my friend. Okay, I go with you.
Coming too. I'm coming too.
Okay, let's go to the audition, because it's in France. It's just
Yeah.
2 hours by plane. So
Of course.
uh,
Why not?
why not?
Why not?
We
You're
can,
not losing anything. I mean, you already have the no
yeah,
by going there.
exactly, exactly.
And,
We
and
can
that
try.
is actually what happened to you. So you told me before off camera that there were like around 200 people auditioning. And at the end, there were only four selected people that passed the audition.
Yeah, probably was more people, because um, everybody tried to apply to audition.
Yeah, to
Um,
apply. Oh,
of these people in the audition, not everybody's coming. Just the
okay.
people who, huh? I can say.
Who
Oh my
applied?
god. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the
So
people who applied. Yeah.
apply more than 2,000 people.
Yeah.
2,000,
200.
200. Oh, no, this is not. Um, and after in the audition, we was 200.
200. Damn.
So finally, was a eliminatory audition. So
Yeah.
little by little, they calling us. Okay, you, and you. Sorry, bye bye. And little and little by little, we was less and less and less and less, and finally we finished the audition, just 4 people.
And you were one of them.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you were one of them. I mean, that's amazing. I have to congratulate you for that. I mean, Cirque du Soleil, as you said, is top.
it's the top.
Is
Yeah,
the top, and we will talk about what happened now at the in the quarantine part and the COVID to Cirque du Soleil. But it's the top business, the top circus that everybody. I think like everybody that likes or enjoys juggling or enjoys magic and things like this, you want to be there. I mean, let's say it's the NBA for the basketball players. It's the Division One in football. I mean, it's the league, you
mm,
know. and
Yeah.
you actually passed the audition. What did you do? That's the question.
Well, the audition was the first one was you need to show your performance, and I in that moment I was really hard with juggling hats,
Hmm.
so I did my performance with hats, and was a really contemporary performance with hard music.
There you go.
And after that we have different things like acrobatics, balance, and different things. But
That
I
you also do. That you also do balance. That you also do some acrobatics. I saw you doing these things.
Yeah,
So you.
to be honest, now I'm 32 years old, so my acrobatics is coming down. little little by little. It's like, oh, you can do a flick flag. Not now.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah, little by little. Right? Well, handstand, yeah. I practice
Handstand. Yeah.
handstands, yeah. But acrobatics like
Back flips, front
back,
flip.
yeah, backflip, something like that. Well, you need to pay more.
You need to pay me a lot in case that I hit the floor on with my face. Yeah, I understand. So, but so then you did your performance with your hats. Then you did this other performance, and you got selected. The question after, let's get in perspective here. There are 200 people at the end auditioning. There are only 4 people who are selected, and you are one of them. The question is, why didn't you go with
Yeah,
the circle?
yeah, that's because Cirque du Soleil is a really, really big company. So usually in a normal company, if you pass the audition, you start to work. But in Cirque du Soleil is such a big company. So when you finish the audition, they say, okay, you are in the company, but you need to wait when we need your character. So we will call you.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that part. So you basically auditioned there to be in a list. Like they have a list and they put you
Yes.
there, like, okay, Marcus Ruiz, we can call him one day.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
So in
All right.
fact, they said a phrase that was a funny phrase. Was okay when we finished the audition. Yeah, we didn't know that we are just 4 people waiting, and now who is the next? And the boss come and said, "Congratulations, all of you passed the audition. You're 4 guys, and now we can call you tomorrow to work in Cirque du Soleil, or maybe in 2 weeks, or maybe in 2 years, or maybe never." So,
Really?
and after that, they start to explain. Okay, you are in this kind of list. It's not in order, but when we need a juggler with hats, okay, we have Marco. We
Mhm.
can call you.
Of course. Damn. I think that's like a little bit like an ice cube falling over you. Like, it's cold water falling over you. It's like, damn. I came to France. I fight my place with these 200 people. I finished the audition, and maybe I'm not even going to work in the Cirque du Soleil, or maybe I have to wait 4 years, 2 years, 10 years.
Yeah, we have both. We have okay. I'm happy because I passed the most difficult
Of
audition
course.
ever, and that as you can say, well, and now,
Yeah, exactly. And now,
and the problem is you cannot do more.
yeah, of
Okay,
course not.
I'm now here en este escalón, in this step,
Yeah,
and I cannot do more. This is the
there is no
last
more.
step.
The
Yeah,
thing is
this
that
is
there
the
is no
last
more.
step. So just waiting.
But at least, did they give you at least a certificate or something that you could be like, hey, I passed the audition or something?
Kind of. They give me official email, so
Okay.
I can send to Cirque du Soleil my personal videos, and it's
Okay.
like a special email, the direct
Okay.
contact.
All right.
So
That's good at least.
yeah, Oh, in
Yeah,
a back of Cirque du Soleil. Yeah,
yeah, of
a
course.
back of Cirque du Soleil.
Oh, but let's move a little bit on into, okay, you do the Cirque du Soleil, and then same year, 2015, you release your show called Trance. I suppose that was in Spain, Trance or Trance, Trance in English. That is about mentalism and hypnosis.
Yeah, because 1 year ago, in 2014, I was practicing hypnosis. Um, and the next year, in 2015, I have some classes with one of the best hypnotists in Spain. The name
Okay,
is Joel Cobos.
no idea.
And I did some classes with Joel, and I learned a lot of hypnosis. So in that
Okay,
the same year, I presented my first show, just of about it's not magic, it's mentalist, and hypnosis.
mentalism
And
and hypnosis.
yeah,
Hypnosis. Yeah.
was really interesting. And that year I read a lot of books about the mental thing, about the hypnosis, and was really interesting. And 2 years ago, I think I have some classes with Jeff Toussaint. Maybe you know.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, he's in a TV show sometimes. Uh,
Yeah.
he's really popular hypnotist
Yeah.
in Spain.
Yeah.
So
I mean, uh, I always liked hypnosis. I mean, I'm a lot into psychology, and at the end, mentalism and hypnosis is psychology. It's just understanding how the brain works and how can you play with it.
yeah.
Say like this. I think it's super interesting. Now, I you release the show, so you start doing shows. I want to know about moments that you hypnotize somebody that is just funny shit. I mean, I've seen somebody hypnotizing another person and make him take an onion and told him like that onion was an apple, something like that. He really bite it. He was totally okay. It was an apple. I mean that is just mind blowing. Did you have some moment like that that you were like, okay, let's get a little bit picky here, let's get that's an onion, let's give it. Do
Yeah.
you have any moment like that?
Yeah, I have a really funny moment that I say, okay, around you there are a lot of flies. So they start to, oh my god, how many insects, how many flies.
Really?
Yeah, the most it's difficult, but sometimes I can do like, okay, tell me something that I don't know. For
Mm-hmm.
example, you say, I really like the color blue.
Mm-hmm.
So I said in hypnosis, okay, you forgot that you told me that. Okay, so now I said your favorite color is blue, and you're like, how do you know? And you told me 3 minutes ago.
Yeah. Oh shit. I mean, I always wanted to try hypnosis. I mean, I studied a little bit about of it. I have to say, um, I'm not easy to hypnotize, and I think it's because my lack of focusing on in only one thing. Like you tell me, like imagine a red balloon. I'm imagining the red balloon. I'm imagining the countryside. I'm imagining the balloon has a drawing. I mean, I don't know. I just get lost, and it's true that I never had the chance
Mhm.
to have any hypnotist in front of me. They always been like videos, thing like this, and I can't. But I actually like I'm really into it, and I would like you to explain a little bit why does this work?
Mhm. Well, the first things, the problem is that people thinks different is wrong with the concept of hypnosis. When
Mm,
you say to another person hypnosis, everybody is thinking in a cartoon, like you are like sleeping,
yeah.
and this is not hypnosis. So that is the first problem. The
Mm,
hypnosis is like a game, it's like a brain games.
mm,
So when you do hypnosis, if the other person in front of you don't want to play, probably nothing is not coming.
yeah. Yeah.
So the first thing is to explain what is hypnosis, and when the opposite person understands what is hypnosis, you can ask, "You want to play?" So
Mm.
probably if they really want to try to the concept of hypnosis, so they start to the brain start to play.
Of course, they have an open mind into it. They understand what it is. They know there is nothing dangerous. They know there is nothing strange. They have the open mind, so they play on it.
There are an example. If you go to another person and you scream, jump, so probably you don't know what, and you jump because,
Yeah.
and your brain, you don't do that because I say because it's an order.
Mm.
Una orden, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, an order. Yeah,
an order. You just jump because your brain is completely inside the game, and you just jump. So
yeah, of course.
hypnosis is a kind of this thing. So if this is really important, if you don't want to do something, your brain don't do it. For
Mm.
example, if I say, if I said this onion is an apple, and you really don't want to beat this onion, your brain say, okay, this is not an apple, this is an onion, because
Yeah,
you don't want. But if you start to play, probably the mind is coming and okay,
yeah,
it's an apple, and
of course.
it's this kind of thing. Obviously, in the TV show, the hypnosis look really quick,
Yeah,
and
but they have a part that they prepare before, right?
exactly, because you need to prepare little by little to concentrate. You can first one with easy things, and little by little your brain is coming more and more playing.
Yeah, I mean, I actually saw a video of America's Got Talent. I think is 3 or 4 years old, and yeah, because he was Simon was there still, and it came a really famous hypnotist. Um, and there was a judge. His name is Patrick. Nah, I don't remember. He's a little bit bald with glasses. He's really famous too. Um,
This could be her.
no, 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 no. That's the one from Guns N' Roses. No, the bald one.
Okay.
How is it called? Something with M. Well, I don't remember. And he's a bacteria. He have phobia to touch people because of viruses or bacteria or hygiene. There's a phobia. I don't know exactly how is it called. So he never gives the hand. He either fist palms or he just gives the elbow or anything like that. So he came this hypnotist, and he actually did the full performance. That means they had around 5 minutes that they asked the people to leave if they didn't want to be hypnotized. um, but he prepares that other person, this judge. And the end of the show, he was giving the hand to everybody without even because he thought he had a glove over his hand when he didn't. But it's true that it's the first time that I see actually in a TV show that they show the part of the hypnosis part, so the preparation part. There is not. I mean, people think that hypnosis will be like, I sit down here, you say something, and I'm like going back to sleep. And it's not like it's not like that. It's not. So it was really interesting that they actually showed the full thing.
Mm-hmm.
They took off the sound, so because like on the TV you couldn't hear it in case of, you know but it's true that they showed that this more or less 5 minutes that they were preparing it. And it's what you said, people have the imagination of hypnosis as something like, I touch you here, you're going back to sleep, and that you will be like a zombie or a little bit walking around. It's not like that. It's not like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, it's exactly that. You need a preparation, and start with easy things,
Mm.
and prepare the brain.
There's actually one hypnotist game, to say like this, that I tried, and actually worked for me. I mean, I was surprised, and I probably and they say like basically like put two feet like this in front, close your eyes, and you imagine that in one hand you have a balloon that is
But
really light going up, and the other one you have a weight that is going down, and
yeah,
you keep talking this and that, and when they open the eyes, the hands are like that normally, if they
yeah,
want to play.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, damn, this actually works.
Yeah.
This actually works.
In fact, it's a one of the basic tricks.
Mm.
It's easy, and there one with your fingers like this and like this, and we can try. Well, in English is really different because hypnosis is a game with words.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
but we can try. Can you put your
Okay.
hand like this?
All right.
Perfect. And just cross your finger except your index.
Okay. Got
Okay.
it.
Yeah. And your index you can separate here like
Yeah.
that, 1 centimeter, and between your fingers you can see and you can imagine a magnet. Just
Oh
imagine.
shit, this is moving.
Yeah, it's moving. Little by little, it's moving because this magnet is little by little more and more stronger. You can imagine. Yeah, imagine this magnet between your fingers and it's coming closer and closer and closer. You can see, as you can
Oh,
see.
come on.
Yeah, and
Oh,
finally,
come on, you're kidding me. No, you're kidding me. I mean, you're kidding me.
it's fun.
For real, the one that you were seeing this in YouTube, that was no plan. I mean, what the fuck, man? I mean,
Yeah.
gee, I will try this. I'll try this with other people.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can
that
try
was,
with your friends. Yeah.
yeah, I will totally try. I mean, that was crazy.
Yeah, and there are there are fun topic that people think sometimes that they don't want to be under hypnosis because they think is they have a low una mente débil,
Yeah,
low brain,
a weak mind.
a weak mind, but it's the opposite. If you finally if you finally oh my god, if you
Are
finally
hypnotized.
are under hypnosis is because you have a really high imagination.
Yeah,
So this is the thing. If I said to you, you have a magnet and you really can imagine this magnet
yeah.
and the topic is coming, is because your imagination is very high. So
I
it's
mean, it
very,
was you said the word magnet, and I was like directly like, oh shit, this is moving. I mean, just like by the word magnet, like yeah, that's what you're saying. Like, I mean, yeah, maybe I have a lot of imagination, and I was totally seeing it. I was like, I cannot stop this. I mean, it's true that I had the feeling that if I want, I can just open my hands and that's done. So I can stop playing the game. But I mean, if I was continuing there, like imagine the magnet or like believing it, like the things were closing. I mean, and that's not the trick to say that this
yeah.
is really this
So,
really happened.
so finally you can felt that you said you can stop and say, I don't want to play.
Yeah.
Or you can continue to imagine and the game is continue.
Yeah, exactly. You can continue. I mean, there are a lot of people who think that being under hypnosis, they will lose the control over their body, over
That's
their,
yeah, that is not real
or
because
that they can get stuck in that. They cannot leave.
yeah, but it's not real. You can never be stuck in a hypnosis because if you think you are a dog but under hypnosis and finally your phone is calling, you stop to do
Yeah,
and calling
of
and
course, of
take your phone.
course. I mean, there's no way on earth that anybody can control your mind. I mean, you can induce things, you can suggest things, and you can actually believe it or not, decide to do it or not, but never be under control of somebody.
Never,
And
never. That's not
yeah,
possible.
nah, exactly. And I would like to say, like, with hypnosis, I mean, you study hypnosis, you do hypnosis. Uh, you think you can apply this hypnosis into medical purpose? I mean, I know there are people who are actually doing medical purpose on hypnosis, like trying to quit smoking or some of these psychological problems, and they actually treat it with hypnosis. What do you think about it?
I don't know the word in English, placebo.
Thebo,
Placebo.
scam, like a scam.
Come. It's placebo.
Yeah, yeah, placebo, yeah, like the sugar pill, to say like this.
Oh,
It's
sugar pill. Okay.
Yeah, they call the sugar pill because like you believe that what they are giving you is real medicine, but
Yeah.
the reality is just sugar.
So to me, for me, the hypnosis in a medical things is like a sugar pills,
Mm.
because, for example, with the tobacco,
Yeah.
you need a lot of sessions,
Yeah.
not a lot of, but maybe 3 sessions, only 3, and you can say that the tobacco is really disgusting for you.
Hmm.
And in 3 sessions during an hour, you can say, okay, like a sugar pills. So finally, you take tobacco and you say, oh, that's really bit disgusting,
Yeah.
because your mind is preparing to that.
Of course.
Um, yeah, it's not medicine.
No.
It's just to put an idea inside your brain, like a sugar pills. Um, Sometimes is the most common is for tobacco, and the second one is para adelgazar,
To lose weight.
to lose weight. And to lose weight, there the name is gastric band. The
Okay.
gastric band is to imagine a rubber band in your gastric, in
Yeah.
your
In your
stomach,
stomach. Yeah.
so you cannot eat a lot, because you have a imaginary
Of course.
band.
But the question is, like, if it is hypnosis, so at the end you can decide to stop playing the game. So you think that, like, okay, so I'm a smoker, so I try to quit smoking, so I get to this hypnosis classes or sessions. So in the beginning I think like, yeah, it's disgusting, but as you said, it's a game, so you can leave the game in any moment you want, right?
Yeah, but it's the same that if you want to stop in smoke by yourself,
Yeah,
yeah,
of course,
you can come back any time.
of course,
But yeah, it's like this. It's
yeah,
only a sugar pill.
of
So
course, yeah.
of course you can fall again.
Of course there are these people, these scammers, people who scam people, que engañan,
Mm.
that wants to treat real medical problems into hypnosis, and I think this is the point that it can get dangerous.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are two. For example, Jeff Toussaint, this hypnotist from Spain. Well, he's from France, but he lives in Spain. He really want to separate the theatrical hypnosis
Yeah,
for theater and medical hypnosis. He really want to separate these different
of
kind of
course,
hypnosis, because yeah, if you are a title in medicine, you can practice this kind of hypnosis,
of course,
but it's not. He don't want to try hypnosis if he's not a doctor.
of course. Yeah, yeah, totally understandable, and I think the same happens with mentalism. And people, I mean, mentalism at the end is just playing with the brain again. And there is this famous Suchard, I think it's called the Leo Suchard or something like this. That is from Switzerland, something like that. He's a mentalist, and he's just amazing because his performance are crazy good. What happens is when he's asked to do it outside of like a stage, after outside of a show, is when he loses the powers, to say like this. And we have to understand that mentalism at the end is just preparing kind of a trick, like a magic trick, preparing kind of things to make you think or say something that you already want.
Mm.
Like it was a show that he went to, a late night show, I think, with I don't know exactly which one was, but he went with a blue T-shirt. He went with the blue trousers. He went with everything was covered in blue things that he showed, like the cover of his phone, blue. This blue, 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 and then he suddenly asked some person like to say a color, and he had written one color in a board. Nobody could see it. He asked to say a color, and that person blew, and he had the blue color. So we have to understand that mentalism is not something like reading the future, like you don't know anything. It's like you prepare. Now the question here: you are a mentalist, so you know about the game. What do you think about people who tries to convince other people about mentalism that is real. Like, for example, people who say like there are mentalists that help the police to know what happened to a victim, maybe to a lost kid, to a murder kid, and those people believe that person, and maybe have nothing to do with the reality. What do you think about this?
Actually, it's a really, really good question because, well, in the case of the police, you are doing something illegal, um, and you are playing with the feeling of the people. So in that case, obviously, I don't like.
Mm.
Um, um, Harry Houdini
Yeah.
was this a famous magician.
Mm.
He was fighting all the time to looking for a destapar este tipo de, how can I say, to
Yeah, to show this kind of scams, or like
yeah,
untrustful shows people.
yeah, this kind of people. But in, for example, in a show, in a magic show, if you are in a magic show, for me it's not bad if the your audience believe in this kind of magic, in a normal magic. For
Of course,
example, if I said I have a spoon, so I gonna bend the spoon with my mind, obviously it's a trick.
of course,
But you as a mentalist, uh, for me it's okay if you try convencer
it's convince.
to convince the people that you really have a mental power.
Of course, of
And
course,
so
it's a show. It's a show.
is
Of course, it's okay.
um for example, magic is easy. Magic is magic. Magic is a trick. But mentalist is like some is a mix with magic and mental tricks, and but it's a trick.
Of
So
course,
you are playing all the time that your thing is real.
yeah, of
So
course,
so yeah, this is the thing. If it's illegal, like a police thing, okay, that's not working.
of
Or
course,
or for example, someone lose a familiar, and you said, "Oh, I can talk with your grandmother." Okay, that's not working. That's not funny.
of course, no, no, no.
Yeah. In fact, this month, maybe this month, last month, no, yeah, last month, died one of the magicians so famous. What's the name?
Yeah, his name was Joe Randy.
Exactly, Brandy. Uh,
Randy.
he dedicated all his life to to looking for this kind of
Yeah,
magician. Um,
he had this famous program back in the time, where he was giving $1 million. I think it was the price of $1 million
yeah,
for anybody who could demonstrate some unnatural or power, to say like this.
exactly.
There was this famous person that actually bent spoons and nothing. I mean, they showed the trick. There were people trying to convince him that he could turn pages of a book only with his mind. He couldn't do it, and a lot of other scams.
Exactly. He spent maybe with this 1 million prize, maybe spent 20, 30 years.
Always, I mean, nobody claimed it.
And
Nobody
nobody,
was able to claim it. Never.
yeah.
Of course, because as you said, it's a trick.
Mhm.
It's
And
a trick.
there are a thing, for example, horoscope. Can I
Yeah,
say
the horoscope. Yeah.
horoscope? Yeah, for example, there are one thing called the Forer effect.
Okay.
The Forer effect, if you take some phrases from a different horoscope, for example, one phrase from Capricornio, from phrase from Pisces, from phrase, and you give these phrases to a one guy, and this guy read the phrase, and oh, I'm like this,
Yeah.
I'm like this.
Yeah.
This is the further effect.
Oh.
Um,
Yeah.
so it's a proof that it's
Of
not
course.
working the rose.
No. when you go to somebody who reads the future, they always say the same things. They say like, I feel that something big is happening to you. I mean, they say something big. Of course, for you, something big can be wherever, starting a new
Mm.
job, quitting a new job, whatever. I mean, they never give you a specific thing, you know.
Yeah,
They just
it's
give you
not a specific thing. Every
things.
time it's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Something great is coming to you.
Yeah,
Oh,
this.
to me. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Will I win the lottery? Will I get married? What's that? What does that mean? You know?
yeah, and everybody think that they are special. Everybody
Yeah,
think they are special. So if
of
I
course.
said you are special and you know, so everybody say, yeah, I'm special. I know. So this this
Yeah,
is how working this.
yeah. It's just crazy. But enough about mentalism and hypnosis. Sorry for that. Let's move back. Let's move again to 2015. I think it was the moment, or it was 2018. When you release, actually 2017, when you release Circo Mecánico.
Yeah.
Yeah, the show that I actually met you in.
Yeah, I prepared mechanical circus, circo mecánico in Spanish. Was fine. What this show was making just because hotels with the
Okay.
hotel format, because I was working in a theme park in Japan and in a lot of festival around the world, and finally this is a street performance. In English, I guess it's basking
Okay.
performance. Um, and this kind of performance and so different on the street, in the street and in the hotels are so different. So
Of
i
course.
i adapt this
Mhm.
kind of show in a hotel
Of
to
course.
and was good because I prepare the show, and in the following year to Japan, I go directly to Canary Island, and after 3 months ago to Menorca, an
Yeah.
amazing island.
Amazing. I like that. That's where we met each other. And I mean, I'm so grateful that I have met you. I have to say it. I mean, you're
Mm.
an amazing person and just damn skills. And I had the chance to actually meet one of your old friends, Jesus. That we actually didn't know. I mean, we we both knew you, and we didn't know about it. So one day I showed him. We were talking about, because he does also some juggling. He does some circus things. He's good actually. And I was like, "Yeah, I have a friend that does these things and that." Oh yeah, and I show a picture of you, and he was like, "I know him. He was an old classmate of mine." I mean, that was just crazy. I mean, yeah. I mean, he told me a lot of things about you.
Yeah, we studied in the same school, in fact. Yeah.
It's just, as you said before, it's a small world, a really small
Oh,
world.
oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just crazy. But you in 2019, let's move a little bit. 2019, you do the Australian tour last year.
Yeah, in fact, before Australia in January, I have a really special show just 1 month before Australia
Okay.
in Kuwait.
In Kuwait. Oh yeah, so the you actually won a Guinness record demonstration, a Guinness
Yeah,
demonstration or something like that.
exactly. It was a Guinness demonstration, and I was a really crazy job in Kuwait because it was only 3 days. One day to go to Kuwait, one day to do my performance of 10 minutes, and the next following day to come back to Spain. Was a really really crazy job. Was amazing in Kuwait. And 1 month after Kuwait, I fly to Australia, and I spent 10 months in Australia,
10 months.
just to try, just to looking for just to know how is the circus in Australia,
Okay.
and to improve my English, but wasn't working. That's was okay.
That's another English, man. That's mate. That's another English.
No,
And
yeah, mate.
Yeah, mate. But what did you do actually there? Were you working in a circus? Were you working in hotels and something?
Well,
What were you doing?
yeah, the first things that I learned in Australia is to stay in Australia is so difficult. So you need a really hard visa. So finally, I went to English school just to
Yeah.
get the visa,
Mhm.
so I can stay in Australia with my student visa. So
Okay.
in my morning, I spend my mornings in the school because the visa, and after school, I went to do my performance in the street.
Nice.
In the street, yeah. There was some restaurants that I did my performance,
Mhm.
and was really funny. There was one Spanish restaurant in Australia.
Really?
Yeah, and was funny because everybody in that restaurant were from Spain. so
Oh, that's cool.
so and I was like, okay, I need to do this performance in English, but everybody here is Spanish.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but at least you have somebody to talk Spanish with. I mean, that's great. I mean, I think it's the same a little bit for us now. I mean, we both speak Spanish. We always spoke Spanish between each other. And now to be talking in English is a little bit weird.
Oh, we are. Yeah,
It's really weird.
yeah. Well,
So,
you're talking in English every day, right?
yeah, I talk English every day.
Yeah, for me, even when I was in Australia, was difficult. So you can imagine, you can imagine now that I didn't
Yeah.
practice nothing in English. So wow.
I must say you are defending yourself really well. I mean, I know people that studied English and they lived in England and this, and they have worse English. I have to say that. So, I mean, you are defending. I mean, you're speaking really well in English, of course. I mean, that's how it is. I've been speaking English only English for since the hotel for 2 years in a row. So it's like now my mind just goes into English. Actually, as you said before, that it was easier to speak Japanese than to speak Spanish. It's the same that happens to me in English now. It's easier for me to go to English than go to Spanish.
Yeah, and I
Eh,
think one problem is the age, because I learned Japanese when I was 21.
mhm.
Um, I I remember it was easy. Well, it's a difficult language, but
Yeah.
wasn't difficult for me. And I really studied English when I was 32. So
Okay.
yeah, it's not easy. It's not
Not the
easy.
same. Not the same.
It's not the same. Yeah. You
Yeah.
know, in our country in Spain, everything is in Spanish. The movies are in Spanish.
Everything.
Yeah, it's the second stronger language.
Yeah.
So we really
Ab-
don't need English. But when
exactly.
you start to travel, it's oh my god, English.
Yeah, I mean, when I arrived here in Sweden, I realized that all the TV shows that they are outside from Sweden, they are in original. So that means if they're from the United States, it's in English. If it's from England, it's in English. If it's from Germany, it's in German. If it's from Denmark, it's Danish. And actually, there is this famous TV show called La Casa de Papel,
Mm.
and they are actually seeing it in Spanish with the subtitles in Swedish, but they see it in Spanish. So I think that that's the main reason why they speak so good English here and in Germany and in other countries, because they have everything in original. So you learn English since you're a little kid. Now in Spain, everything is
Mm.
translated, every single thing.
I don't know in your personal case in Menorca, but for me, I had a really bad English teachers.
Yeah, we had it too.
Uh, for example, I don't remember my English teacher talking in English.
Oh, okay, that's another level.
Yeah, I don't remember one phrase
Wow.
is with my teacher. Probably he did, but
Yeah,
well, was 15 years ago. Okay, but
yeah.
I don't remember he talking in English. A big phrase or
I mean, now you can see all the people that will be hearing us probably are going to be from outside of Spain or some Spanish people that can talk English. But now you know the level of English that we have in Spain, the level of education in English that we have in Spain
Mhm.
is damn bad. It's really, really bad.
Yeah.
And the best way to learn, I think, is the same that you did in Japan. That is, go there, learn it, study, and talk with people, and try it, make mistakes, and get it. I mean, it's the same thing that happens to me in Swedish.
And get a girlfriend from that country.
And get a girlfriend from that country. Yeah, yeah, that helps.
That's because
That
I
helps.
speak, that's because I speak Japanese and don't speak English.
Well, that makes sense, of course. That makes sense. Oh, okay. We're getting into the last part of the podcast already. We have a couple of questions more. Let's get let's move on from TV, from videos, from performance to paper, because you are actually a drawer. You draw, you paint,
Yeah.
and I have to say, it's not like a head and two sticks. They are paintings. I mean, for real. What is all that about?
Oh, this is it's really fun. It's really funny because I started painting last year in Australia. Yeah, I never draw before, and when I was in Australia, I have a lot of free time, so I was bored in my room, and I said, okay, I'm gonna start to try to learn drawing.
I
So
mean,
so, so okay, I just start. We talk we talked before about that. It's just about obsession.
yeah,
So
of course.
so I said, okay, I want to start to draw. And I start and I spend a lot of hours and hours and hours and hours. Okay, my first draw is a shit, but when you spend just maybe 3 months, 4 months, just drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing, finally you have a, okay, it's not a Picasso, but it's a good, it's,
It's decent. It's decent. It's okay.
it's working.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, you have the links in YouTube down here, that you can actually check his Instagram, and you can see that they are drawings. They are not like something that no, they are drawings. I mean, oh my god! I mean, and you learned it last year. I mean, there will be people now like, what the fuck? I've been 10 years trying to draw and I can't. And you
No,
did it in maybe half a year.
I think everybody can do everything. This
Yeah,
is for sure. Everybody can do everything. So you can think, I'm not good playing guitar, but you never tried before.
mm,
So if you really want to play guitar, you can play guitar in 3 months, maybe in 4 months. If you really want, you can spend a lot of hours and
of
you
course.
didn't realize. So yeah, okay, I know. You can see my drawing and you say, "Wow, this is good." But how long? How many? No, I started last year.
Yeah,
That's because I spent a lot of hours.
the
So
obsession that we
yeah,
were talking
the
about.
obsession. If you want to draw and you start drawing classes, um, uh, 2 hours a week, okay, in 1 year you can do it.
Yeah,
But if you just drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing, you can get in 3 months, 4 months.
yeah, of course. I mean, that's a really important message for young people, especially that they are trying to like evolve in this world. Is get obsessed with something. Find that thing that you enjoy, that you like to do. Find that something that you can spend hours on, and that you will not even feel. I mean, like my job here, I'm a basketball coach, and I can spend. And I always say, like, I can spend 24 hours in a row in a court, and I will never feel like I'm working. I will feel like, okay, I'm enjoying it. This is my thing. It's
Yeah,
my hobby, but I'm working with it. But I don't care how many hours I have to spend, how many weekends, how many like education do I have to go through, because I enjoy it, because I'm obsessed with it.
yeah. This is so important, mate. For example, every single child want to be Cristiano Ronaldo, but they don't know that. Oh, you go to the cinema? No, Cristiano Ronaldo, when half your age, doesn't go to the cinema. He
Nope,
was training. Oh, you want
exactly.
to go to the party? No, Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't want to the went to the party. He train and train and train. That is the thing. So
Yeah,
there are a lot of people that I want to be. but no, you really don't want to be. You really
Yeah.
don't want. If you really want, you are not here. You're training.
Exactly. That's why I started a little bit this. As I said before, I started this podcast, and something more that is coming up soon. Um, and I decided to call this part the talayotic mentality. It's a mentality. Is being like obsessed with something. Okay, the talayotic is where I come from. It's from Menorca. It's a period of prehistory, an age from prehistory, different as the rest of the world where we were really strong, we were really dedicated, we were obsessed with Menorca. So I decided to add this part into a mentality to say like this, that it would be, I'm obsessed, I'm dedicated, I'm going for a goal. That's what I want to do. That's where I put my effort. And that's a little bit why I want to do this podcast and talk with people like you, uh, because yeah, it's the only way to success or to succeed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it is. Let's go almost at the end. Is Let's go to 2020, and you appear in the book Ripley. I don't know if I pronounce it correct. Ripley, believe it or not. Or Ripley's believe it or not.
Yeah, that was a surprise for me because there this book Ripley, believe or not,
Yeah.
is a Ripley was one guy who looking for weird things, and
Mm-hmm.
he recopilate a lot of weird things. Um, Not every year, but he have a lot of books. He died, all right.
Mm-hmm.
He have a lot of books. It's like a Guinness World Record, but wasn't a record. Just weird things.
Which is weird things. Yeah.
Just weird things. Last year, there are some museums about Ripley. There are
Okay.
one museum in London, in Mexico, in Indonesia. There are different museums just with this kind of weird things, like people who do weird things, or maybe weird arts, weird
Mm-hmm.
animals, everything. So last year when I was in Australia, I bought one of these books, and in the book there was an email. So I
Okay.
wrote to the email and I said, "Hello, I'm Marcos Ruiz. I'm from Spain, and I really like Ripley books. I was in the museum in Mexico, in fact, and uh, in I don't know in 2060, I had the record of more spoons
Spoons in the body, right?
balance in the body. It's
I saw
like
that.
when you do this in
Yeah.
your nose with a spoon, but in a big with a lot of spoon around your
Damn.
body. So I just wrote an email to Ripley and say, I have this. Can I stay in the book, maybe? So
Yeah.
they only Ripley to me, and they said, okay, send your address, just like that. Okay,
Okay.
so I sent my address. Now maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I have a box, and I
Okay.
opened the box from the how can I say, un correo,
From the mail.
un, pero un correo físico, a
Sí, sí,
physical.
mail. Mail.
Oh, okay. I have a mail, so I opened the mail and I received the new book of Ripley with my picture inside,
Damn.
and I
That
was
that must be a surprise.
a real a great surprise, and
Damn.
I'm in a Ripley's book. Wow.
Yeah.
And I
I,
only just with
uh,
mail.
I mean, you can go to the links below where you have we have your page, Marcus Reed dot org.
ORG, yeah. Marcos
Um,
Marcos Ruiz ORG. That
yeah,
ORG.
exactly. Oh, you have it down here, and you can actually, if you go into the section shows, you can actually see the poster with the spoons
Yeah.
on your body. That's I mean that's amazing. That's totally amazing. And that was Ripley's book. But a part of all of this that we've been talking for almost 1 hour and a half, almost 2 hours, you actually released a book.
Yes.
You are an author. You wrote a book.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In fact, I in this year. Well, I wrote some books a few years ago. One book
Okay.
about a recompilation about the origin of the circus.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, you can actually buy it in your website. I think it is there. With
yeah,
some T-shirts, and this is the book too. Yeah, that's true.
yeah, and I wrote two more novels, two more books. But these books are, well, was my first books and was really thin, small
Hmm.
books. But this year I wrote my big book,
Big
my
book.
real book. So
Yeah, the big novel.
yeah, the big novel.
El
Um,
fantasma de Japón, right? Japan's ghost, the ghost
Japan,
from Japan, or
yeah,
of.
yeah, yeah, Japan Gods.
Yeah,
Yeah, unfortunately, it's in Spanish now.
yeah,
For the
that's
moment,
true.
it's in Spanish, and the translate is really expensive. So,
I mean,
but
it's a good opportunity to get obsessed with the Spanish and learn Spanish.
yeah, this is the moment, guys.
Yeah, it's the moment. You can actually buy it in Amazon. The link is down below here. Just check it out. I mean, can you tell us a little bit what is it about?
Yeah, it's a crazy crazy story about a couple of one guy and one girl. He's married in I can say a luna de miel. Say
In
in
the
the
honeymoon.
honeymoon is the same. Okay,
Yeah.
so in the honeymoon they decide to travel to Japan,
Hmm.
but in Japan starts some difficult things, and it's in fact a terror and adventure book. It's a mix of terror and adventure, and it's really interesting. And I try to describe everything, things of Japan, the different costume, different life, different things of Japan, and
Of
I think
course.
it's interesting. And you can learn about the country and how Japanese people live.
Of course. I mean, I totally recommend. I mean, I have to buy it. Absolutely. I mean, but
So
absolutely for
you are
all.
talking about my book, but you didn't read my book.
I didn't buy it. I
Okay,
didn't reach
okay,
on time. I mean, I tried to search a lot about it.
okay.
I didn't
You are in
actually.
the list, mate.
Ah, shit. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, I recommend. I totally recommend all of you who speaks or at least understands Spanish to check it out. I mean, you have the link down below into Amazon. If you're listening this in Spotify, go to YouTube, go to my to the channel on YouTube, and you will find the links down below. I mean, you are a lot of things. You do a lot of things. That's just incredible.
Yeah.
It's
Sometimes it's a problem.
yeah, I can understand.
Sometimes it's a problem because, for example, yeah, in Menorca, in the show, in the hotel, they said, okay, we can hire you from a show, juggling show. But in
Yeah.
my juggling show, I do magic and
Mm,
balance and acrobatic.
mm,
So sometimes the boss say, okay, no, no, your show must be about juggling because we have another show about magic.
mm. Yeah,
So sometimes it's a problem. Yeah, okay, my show is about different things of circus. No, no,
of
no, no, no.
course.
You need just to concentrate in one thing. So something is a problem.
Yeah, I understand. I totally understand that part. Okay, last section. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the actuality nowadays, the thing that happened not too long ago. We talked about the Cirque du Soleil before. Uh, Now we said we're going to explain what happened in this period of time we were in quarantine. So who better to explain it than somebody who actually passed the audition for Cirque du Soleil? So Marcos, what happened to Cirque du Soleil with the quarantine, with the COVID, with the little thingy thing that is going on now?
Well, everybody know because the COVID, because the virus, uh, basically every company is going down. It's difficult, and in arts, in culture, we have a lot of problem because we live about our show, and
Of
we have
course.
not audience now because people don't go cannot go to the theater, cannot go to the cinema, so the arts is coming down little by little, and it's so difficult. And in fact, the big companies like Cirque du Soleil had a big problem. Finally, because some difficult things, because the money, the audience, they decide to close the Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
So for now, Cirque du Soleil doesn't exist anymore. I guess it's so big company. Maybe in 2 years
They will come back.
they come back with a different name,
Yeah.
probably, or maybe another. There are a lot of more company under Cirque du Soleil, like I don't know in Spanish is well, in English, Seven Fingers of Your Hand is the name of the company.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Canadian company.
All right.
The name is the Sept Doigts de la Main.
Okay.
It's a really big company, but it's all the time under Cirque du Soleil because Cirque du
Yeah.
Soleil is so big. So maybe for the next year, this company is coming up.
Of course.
Maybe, but because the virus, all situation is horrible and nobody know what is coming.
Of course. Now, I think it really did a lot of damage
Yeah.
to all business, small businesses. Because I mean, at the end, the big business they can survive somehow. If you're in arts, it's more complicated because you depend of people. Um, but absolutely, I mean, the situation is fucked up. Is how
Yeah.
it is.
Well, in fact, you live in one of the most. You live in an island.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
live. Your people live from tourists.
Yeah,
And what happened now with this kind of island like Baleares, Canary,
absolutely.
that you live from tourists, and
Yeah,
Canary is okay, but Baleares is they live from summer, just
yeah,
summer.
absolutely, absolutely.
So this year we haven't summer.
Exactly. I mean,
So
that was crazy. My parents actually have a business, and they felt it. I mean, people were not on the street. You were not allowed. I mean, by the moment there was summer, they were allowed to open, but people were not going on the street. People were not getting into shops, and I mean, you had to renovate. You had to invent, create something different to try to pull these people back. But yeah, I mean, in Baleares, in Menorca, Mallorca, Ibiza, Formentera, all these, we live for basically for 6 months, 6 months of summer, more or less. And this year was yeah, it was crazy. It
yeah,
was
because it's 6 months preparing for the
yeah,
next 6 months.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is like this, especially in Menorca. This is small. We don't have big cities. It's like 6 months that pays the other 6 months in winter because there's nobody there. There's nobody in winter, so yeah, it was it's a complicated situation. It's a complicated situation. But let's talk now about the last news that was actually this year. Trump this last week. Trump and Biden. Trump and Biden, the eternal fight, the race. That I mean, I don't know what the fuck is going on in Nevada. That they go that slow, but Trump and Biden. What do you think about it?
Well, um, well, it's a really complicated thing
Mm.
because Trump. Well, there are a lot of things that I don't know if I can to talk. Okay,
Don't
we,
risk it. Don't
we
risk it.
we can say that Trump is a complicated man.
Yeah.
He has some difficult ideas, but in fact, is the only president we have not in war.
True that.
So yeah, in some things, for example, in economic, with Trump wasn't good in the United States,
Mm.
but for example, with in the war with lives, it's coming better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he had his ups and downs. I mean, the worst part of him, I would say, that is the way that he speaks, or
Yeah.
he actually expresses the things.
Well,
Because
he don't know how to express.
Nah, no.
Yeah, because he's for example, I read a
I
book
read.
about I read about a book about Trump. This book is called Fear.
Mhm. Oh
uh,
yeah, yeah, I know it. Yeah.
Bob Woodward was the writer,
Mhm.
and was a really interesting book about Trump.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all the time good things and bad things
yeah.
about that. But anyway, he don't know how to be a president,
No,
because
no.
for Donald Trump, the life is only watch the Fox News.
Yeah,
And okay, you can contrast the ideas, you can listen to the people. No, for Trump is only watch Fox News,
yeah,
and the life is only right in Twitter.
yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah, but on the other hand, for me, Biden is not a good president, because,
Oh,
and a lot of people said that we vote for Biden just because we hate Trump.
yeah. I'm agreeing on that. I also agree. We had the conversation actually with some of the other teachers that they're working with me, and we said like, how come the only two big options in the United States to vote, one is Trump, that yeah, as you said, he's not president mate. He can be good in one thing and another thing, but he doesn't have the president thing. And the other one is Biden, somebody who in his first year, he's going to be his first year of president. He's going to be 80. I mean, these men, we don't know how is he going to go, but he's not. He's not into the new world to say like this.
Exactly.
He we should have somebody younger, of course. So I mean, I agreeing on that part that I think that a lot of people vote Biden just to get rid or Trump. Absolutely,
Yeah.
I totally agree on that.
Um, it's a complicated thing, and for us it's more difficult because we are not from United States. We are from
Yeah,
Spain, so the news coming to us is maybe different. But for
yeah,
example, in the book of Bob Woodward, in the Fear, they said the first thing that Donald Trump said when he becomes president, he said, "We don't have money. We can create more money." So, okay, no, we cannot create more money.
no,
We cannot. And he said, okay, another thing. He said, okay, we don't want to be keep in touch anymore with South Korea.
yeah,
And everybody said, why? South Korea is our friend, and
yeah,
they protect us from North Korea.
yeah.
But Donald Trump said, no, we don't. I don't like South Korea. So okay, your decision is not coming, no, mate.
Nah, nah.
uh, anyway,
But that's the thing. That's the thing. He's not president mate.
to be clear, I don't think he's a horrible president. I think he have a good ideas, but he had a bad ideas.
Yeah,
So okay, the thing is, we need a normal president to stabilize everything,
yeah, absolutely.
because you cannot have very good ideas, very bad ideas, very good ideas, or just with Biden is it's not good, it's not bad. No, we need
Just
a
flat. It's flat.
yeah,
You know? Yeah.
and
But the problem with Trump, was that his bad things or his bad ideas were covering the good ones, were over the good ones, because the bad
probably
ones were really bad.
yeah, the
The
bad
bad ones
covering the
were
good
really bad.
idea. Um, I have a theory. I'm gonna be okay. I try a mentalist trick now.
Okay, let's go.
It's my tricks. So I can say in English. I predict
Okay.
I predict that Biden, when Biden stay like a president almost 4 months, and after 4 months he said, "I'm so old, so Kamala Harris is coming be the next president."
What's up? That sounds pretty factable. I mean, that would be yeah. I agree on that. That would be, first of all, it would be amazing in a way, like first woman being president, first black woman being president. That would be amazing. But it sounds pretty realistic. It looks like it pretty much sounds like it's going to happen. I mean, I'm really going to write this down. I mean, if that happens, I'm going back to this video, to this podcast, and I'm just like putting it all around. Like Marcus Reed predicts the future. Absolutely, hell yeah.
Uh, yeah, probably because he's now
79.
79
Yeah,
79 years old. So can you imagine after 4 years now Donald Trump is the oldest president ever
yeah.
in the United States. So if Biden is the next president, so he can finish the presidential thing when
83.
83.
Yeah.
Crazy.
If he doesn't get reelected, then he will be 80. Damn, 87. If he's alive. I'm sorry to say. I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, it's just crazy. That's what I mean with like really our only two big options, or the Democrats' options, is to bring somebody who is 79 that's going to be 80 at his first year. It very much sounds like what you said, that she's going to take over, and that would be crazy.
Anyways, we are from Spain. We don't hate Donald Trump. We don't hate
That,
Biden. Please,
that,
Trump, don't write about us in Twitter. We like Donald Trump. We like Biden.
yeah, we are okay. Just stay there in the United States. Both of you.
we we want the visa of the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. But yeah, we are at the end of the podcast. I mean, it have been 2 hours, 2 hours of podcast. That been long. I mean, it has been pretty short for me. I honestly. So I'll let you say the last words. I'm just going to say thank you very much to the people who've been listening to this. I'm really glad to be able to do the first podcast with you, Marcos. I mean, it has been an honor to have you here. It has been just amazing conversations, and we are probably going to have you back if I can, if you want, because we really had a great time. So, last words. What do you want to say? Something else for the kids, for the viewer listeners?
Well, that's I really enjoy this moment with you. Yeah, I recommend everybody to follow you in your new postcard, your new job, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, that would be great.
Um, and yeah, I mean, this is looks so professional. You have a very big microphone. So yeah, I highly recommend this, and I really enjoy, and I will be really I can say really happy to be again. They're really glad to be again in your program.
Thank you very much. And as you said before to all the people, if you want to succeed in something, you have to be obsessed. Put the hard work. You have the clear example of somebody who, since he was a little kid, started to juggle. He put the effort, he put the hard work, and he succeeded 7 Guinness World Records. That's amazing. I mean, just thank you very much for being here, and I hope to have you here back soon.
Yeah, I can prepare for you a new hypnosis trick online.
Oh hell yeah! Hell yeah! Just in the beginning of the show, so the rest of the show, I'm just like going crazy. That would be something. Yeah. Every time I say your name, you're going to bark like a dog. Like,
Oh,
yeah, Joan.
we can try.
that,
We can try.
that would be amazing. But yeah, thank you very much for being here, and the rest of you, we will be here back next Friday with a new podcast. Thank you, Marcos.
Thank you,
Thank
Joan.
you.